Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. Hope you're all well. This is a very impromptu chat, but I just felt called to come on live and speak to you all. So, well, as many as you guys that are showing up. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope the volume is working. I haven't got my microphone on because I've got this phone stand and it's a little bit difficult to attach the microphone to it with the Bluetooth. So this is the best that I can do for now. So I hope that you guys can hear me. Can you let me know if you can hear me and that you can see me okay? Well, I'm sure that you can. But if you can let me know, I'd appreciate it. Oh, thank you. No, I really appreciate it, guys. So obviously, I'll wait for maybe a few more people to come into the chat, but if not, then I will just carry on with the messages. I'm not reading cards today. I'm not pulling cards. To be honest with you, this is very impromptu for me. Like, I did not wake up this morning and think, right, I'm gonna go live today. It's literally been in the last hour or so that it's like popped into my head and been like, you should go live today and, you know, speak to everyone. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do that, right? But yeah, so how are you all? You okay? You guys all right? Sorry, bear with me. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could be better, right? I could be better. But that's also part and parcel as to why I wanted to come on here and speak to you all guys. Because it's just been a lot that I've been dealing with, and you know, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know whether it's just this eclipse energy or the fact that it's the autumn equinox today, obviously. So it's powerful energies, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting all nervous. I just feel like I'm, you know, just needing to talk about a few things, okay? John, you are British. I am a London-based tarot reader. Oh, lovely to have a fellow reader on here. Yes, I am British. Yes. Yes, I am British. You don't get very many of those British tarot readers. Usually more in the States and what have you. Well, a message was sent because I was clicking on something and you popped up, so I was clicking my screen. Okay. Oh, hi, Rebecca. Hi. So, guys, obviously, I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. I don't even know where to start. Oh, bear with me. Do you know what? It's interesting because I felt fine before I was going to do this, and now I'm sitting here doing this. I feel I'm getting all emotional. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Mantis and Shadow. Yes, it is. Well, it's actually, funnily enough, it's my brother's, my older brother. And well, basically, a few months back, I had a pretty rocky experience surrounding my home and my family. And I'm not in that situation anymore, and I'm here. And I only had so much that I could carry to bring with me to now that I'm living with my brother, my older brother. And so I'm limited on clothes and things. And he gave me this hoodie just to borrow until I'm in a position and place to be able to get some more clothes, because I'm kind of, you know, limited. And it's a bit cold here, and I've just done some washing. So yeah, but it is that. I mean, he said it was like a, I don't know if it's Swedish or I don't know, but it means Godzilla, I think, in another language. I'm not sure, and it's like a heavy metal band or something. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's very comfortable, and I really like it. But yeah, so I don't know very much about it. I haven't really listened to their music. It's my brother's, right? He's the one that's given that to me, right? So guys, sorry, I'm just seeing a load of comments come up. Okay. And so yeah, it's been a very emotional time. A very emotional time. Especially, well, this eclipse, it's just been really doing a number on me anyway. So I'm sure it has been for you guys as well. Yeah, total mess with eclipse season, everything that's been going haywire in my real life. Yeah, well, yeah, no, I've definitely been dealing with a lot as well, trust me. But I try my best to kind of show up the best way I can. Even when I definitely don't feel like showing up, I still try to show up because I don't want to give up on myself and I don't want to give up on you guys. So yeah. No, my older brother has been very supportive. He's currently at work, so he'll be back soon. But yeah, he's been great. But basically I got here, I thought I was only going to be staying for the weekend on like the 28th of June, where like ish hit the fan. And I thought I was just going to be here for the weekend. And then it turned into a couple of weeks. And then I went back to my mum's place. And there were certain things that unfolded. She wasn't very open and honest with me. She didn't talk to me. And she talked to my brother instead. And then obviously I heard the information from my brother being a messenger rather than having a conversation with me. And now apparently I'm living here until my brother is moving out at some point. So, but I believe, you know, he said to me, you can stay here as long as you like. But I believe he is planning to actually move to another part of the country in like 6 months' time. So I need to figure out my next move and where I'm going to be living. Because at this rate, I have no idea what I'm doing, where I'm going, what have you. So I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot on my mind. So obviously, as you guys know, I've been dealing with this whole ordeal. And, you know, for the past couple of months now, well, late June, what is it now? It's like mid-September, whatever. I don't even know the days. Like it get all kind of, it's everything just seems to blend into one. Gosh, whew, right. So, as you guys know, that I've had a lot going on that I'm trying to balance in my own personal life. And obviously, you know, I've been on YouTube now for coming up for 4.5 years. And, you know, I'm just going through a lot personally, and I'm having more and more difficulty with being on here as much as I am. Sorry, just a few comments coming through. 1 second. No, I don't have children. No, I don't have children. So no children, no, nothing like that. Gosh. So guys, I know that obviously I've been on here for a good 4.5 years, and you know, you guys have been you know, completely amazing. A very solid community, and I love you all, and I'm so grateful to you all, right? But with how my life has been unfolding, and not just in the past few months, but in the past couple of years, probably 2.5 years, I would say, things have been going downhill pretty gradually. And then as of late, it's literally been like flatlining, right? And I've had lots of, you know, thoughts about everything. And, you know, you guys, I'm known to do my zodiac sign readings, right? And I've been doing them since day one, right? Since the beginning. And, you know, obviously, as you guys know, I was very much, you know, doing the, you know, 30, 40, most likely 40, 45 minutes readings for each sign. Obviously, it's 12 zodiac signs, and I was doing that on a weekly basis when I first started. And it, you know, it carried up from then. And then I got to a point where I got so burnt out by it all, because obviously it's not just about the amount of time you're filming for, it's all behind the scenes work that adds up and contributes to everything that you're doing and you put out there, right? And so then on this journey, there's been a few times where I've experienced major burnout, right? Not just necessarily from the work, but because I'm a neurodivergent person as well. And, you know, that comes with a whole other bunch of stuff that I'm dealing with, that I'm contending with, that I'm still trying to figure out and understand in regards to myself, right? And what's healthy for me and what isn't so healthy for me, and, you know, trying to put my health and well-being a little bit more at the forefront, right? And I've been so used to not necessarily doing that, but as of late, I've recognized and realized like how important actually that it is. And so obviously in this past month or so, I have really tried to make some big changes. And the reason being is because I was having another burnout again, majorly. And obviously with everything that had happened with me now living here, my anxiety and everything's been through the roof. Panic attacks, anxiety, been very depressed. I've had certain thoughts that have been difficult to contend with, even though I've had them for on and off probably about 20 odd years. But as of late, things have been more difficult, and I've been kind of spiraling a little bit. Now, because my brother lives with me and I live with him, obviously, me more likely living with him, right? I'm staying here. He recognized and realized how much work I was actually doing. And he said it's not healthy because I'm working 70, 80 hours a week for this channel, right? And before, in the past, I was doing this full time, and I am still doing this full time, but I'm definitely not getting the basically it's got to a point now where my brother had to say to me that this is just unhealthy and this is too much and it's really weighing heavy on you and you need to make some changes, because he was really concerned about me, especially with everything going on top of all of this as well. He was like, you need to make some changes, you need to cut your hours, or you need to make some changes, so therefore you need to put you first for a change. So he was like, you need to lessen the time that you're on YouTube and what have you. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I can't necessarily lessen the time that I'm on YouTube and creating and editing and uploading and filming and all these other things. And I said, well, okay, well, how about if I make some changes? So I came up with some ideas, and because I didn't want to completely and utterly quit doing the zodiac sign readings, because that's what you guys know me for. That's what I've done from the beginning, are my zodiac sign readings. And so obviously you guys, if you've been with me, you've been, you know, used to seeing the 40-minute readings per sign, and obviously doing about a 30-40 minute for the weekend romance reading, and you add that up per week, and then, you know, everything else that goes on behind the scenes, and the fact that also I'm trying to work on something else as well. It's just been taking a lot out of me. So he said to me, you're gonna dig yourself into an early grave if you don't make some changes, and I don't want to sit here and watch you spiral. So I decided, okay, well, rather than completely cutting out the zodiac signs and just doing collectives, I still want to be able to give the community, you know, I still want to give them what they know me for. So I will cut down on the readings, and I will make it, you know, possible so that they still get what they want. I'm still doing what I'm doing and what have you. So I thought, okay, well, how about if I make it easier for myself and better for my overall health and well-being, and also still give everybody what it is that they want to see on the channel, which is the zodiac sign readings, right? And I compartmentalize and do mini readings for all of the signs and put it all in one video, right? And so that's what I started doing. But that was about a month or so ago. And obviously, you know, issues with YouTube, you know, the buzzing noise in the background was very, very stressful. And that happened to 2 of my main videos, which was about 2 weeks of work, right? And putting it frankly, I wasn't even earning very much anyway, or I haven't been for the past 2 years. And as of late, it's been even less than I would usually earn. And my brother said to me, this is getting really out of hand because you're basically doing everything on YouTube for free and you're not getting anything from it, and your health is spiraling and you need to take care of yourself. So I was like, yeah, but I still don't want to kind of give up on my channel. I don't want to give up on the community that I've built. It's taken me 4.5 years to get to where I am now, and I don't want to give up, right? And he gets that because it's my dream. My dream has been to do this, right? And so obviously with those, you know, mess ups to do with the issues with the uploading, I mean, one of those videos, for goodness sake, those 4-hour plus videos took, you know, 9-10 hours to upload, and then for it to still not work properly, you know, I had to spend a whole day sitting next door to my laptop and just making sure that it was, you know, sort of continuously stuck there with it to make sure that it is continuing, because if I go away and just leave it, it doesn't work, right? So I have to be with it all the time. And so then it got to a point, obviously the frustration and the upset of all of that with it not working properly, and then there's, you know, comments that are being said about people's preferences, and I understand that, and I am taking you guys into consideration because you guys mean so much to me. But then at the same time, I was trying to actually consider myself and bring some sort of balance into what it was that I was doing in regards to my health and well-being. Because if you haven't got your health, you haven't really got much else, and you can't continue on in the way that you want to continue. So I was like, right, okay, so that flopped, that didn't work. So I was like, right, okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I try to upload the small videos individually and come up with titles and see if that will work, you know, just trying to show up in another way. And recently, as you guys know, when I do my content, it's like I tend to go on for a while with the readings, and that's because when I'm getting the readings, when I'm doing them and I'm getting the energies and the messages, it's like I just want to be able to give you guys, you know, what it is that I'm receiving, and I don't want you guys to miss out. And I've had to set boundaries with myself and the channel, and obviously my brother has said, you know, this is not good for you. You need to figure out a way on how you can still give to the community and give to your channel and keep it running rather than completely give up on it, and still be able to look after yourself, because I haven't been. And so I was like, right, okay, so as I have a tendency to just talk and talk and talk with these longer readings, I was like, I need to set it to 10 minutes. So I found a setting or a feature or something that I could use to make sure that I can brick it into 10 minutes. And then that means that I can still give more content. Yes, it's shorter, but still give the content and still give the messages and not kind of ramble on, right? But then obviously with how it's been recently, there's been a lot of people commenting about the abrupt endings to do with the 10-minute readings that I'm doing, because I'm trying to make sure that I can still give you guys what it is that you're knowing me for, right? God. And one sec. Anyway, gosh. Wow. I've just seen. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm sorry, I haven't been reading the comments. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much for the thank you very much for the donation. So guys, I just wanted you guys to know, so basically I am trying to also work through I'm trying to work through, because I'm a perfectionist at heart. I've always have been, right? And I've realized that it's progress over perfection. And I know that this change with the 10-minute readings, and some of you guys don't like it, you know, it's abrupt and what have you. And I'll work on that, okay? I'll work on that with making sure that they don't, what have you. But at the moment, the reason being that I'm doing it is for my own sanity, my health and my own well-being, and still being able to give and do the readings for you rather than not at all. Because I didn't want to give up doing the zodiac signs entirely, because that's what I'm known for, that's what I do, that's what I've been doing since the beginning. And it's got to a point where things have been so low that I was like, I don't even know what to do anymore. And I thought, well, if I can't do the 40 minutes and the 30 minutes, then I've got to I'll try the 10 minutes and see how that goes. And I thought, well, it's better to do the 10 minutes and to do them in the block, so it's one big video for everyone. It makes it easy access for you guys and for me, and it makes it better for me overall in my health and well-being, but also being able to give to you guys as well. And rather than just completely stop doing the zodiac signs, because I've literally been this close to just completely stopping doing the zodiac sign readings entirely, because there's 12 signs and I was doing 12 readings a week, maybe more. And I just got to a point where I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And it's coming across as like, it's challenging me right now, because I'm now contemplating my whole life and I don't even know what I'm going to be doing next now. I don't know whether I'm going to be in a position, a place to carry on with YouTube. I don't know whether I'm going to be doing readings anymore. I have no idea what I'm doing next. Like, I'm just in this whole other space where I'm thinking about everything, and obviously I love what I do and this is my business, but my business isn't working right now. It's not been able to sustain me. It's not been able to I mean, when I made those changes to go to the long zodiac sign readings for all signs in one for the week, when I had made those risks, when I took those risks, when I took those gambles, right, to do of that, I wasn't thinking that I was going to be having those issues with the noise, and that obviously it would like disrupt everything that I had done and had worked into. You know, that's weeks and weeks of work just gone down the pan, gone down the drain, right? And not even like acknowledged. And YouTube still haven't got back to me to about the first one. That was a bit of a miss, that didn't necessarily work out. And so then obviously that meant that I had, when I made those changes and I took that leap of faith and I made those risks, I missed out and I lost out a lot financially. And I lost out on like £600 basically making those changes, and things didn't work out. And obviously I have my rent that I'm paying in a couple of days and I'm like 300 quid short, right? At least for it, right? So I've been basically having panic attacks, anxiety attacks. I've been having sleepless nights, but still trying to come through and show up and pretend that I'm fine when I haven't been, okay? And my brother doesn't know how short I am in regards to my rent to be able to pay him in a few days, right? Because he has made it very clear to me that I can't subsidize you anymore because I've been working on here full time, but I'm not getting full-time pay anywhere near it, actually. So I'm working 70, 80 hours a week, and my brother just looked at me and he said, Livia, do you realise you are only earning £2 an hour for all the work that you're doing to put out there? And I cried because I know it's true. And he looked at me and he said, you're gonna have to get a full-time job or even a part-time job and cut YouTube either completely, or you're gonna have to just come at it when you can, right? And obviously I haven't wanted to do that because I felt like I'm taking a step backwards on something that I have taken years to build, right? Because of everything that I'm dealing with. And he said, you do realise that the minimum wage in this country now in the UK is £12 something, and you're not even earning a sixth of that at the moment. And so I was like, yeah, no, I know, I'm very much well aware of it. I have major anxiety and everything about it all. And so I was like, right, okay, I've got to make some changes. So I'm making these changes. And the other reason why that these videos on YouTube are like 10 minutes or so is because I'm actually creating them on another platform, which begins with T. Okay, I don't know if I'm to say it or what have you. I'm making it on another platform and trying to build back on there. And I was under the pretense that on this other platform that if to get accepted onto this rewards program that they had, that I needed to get a certain amount of views in a certain amount of time to do of this so that I could start to be monetized. So that, because obviously with what I was doing on here, hadn't necessarily been working out as well, I was like, right, I have to figure out another way in order for me to, so that I can basically live, right? And sustain myself and do all that, and I've not been able to. And so I managed to get monetized recently, and on the information that they provided you about it, and I was pleased about it at first, very, very briefly. And then I looked on the platform and it had said that, you know, you would be getting paid, you know, per 1,000 views. And I was like, right, okay, I understand that. That seems, you know, fair enough. But it didn't say how much. It didn't say how much. So then I went onto Google to find out a little bit more information about this. And it had said, right, so you roughly get paid between $4 and $8 per 1,000 views on this particular app. And I was like, right, okay, well, that sounds great, because then that means that whatever isn't really working out on YouTube, because I've been making some changes, then hopefully it's going to work over on TikTok. And, well, on that app, sorry, I've said it now, but whatever. But anyway, it's what it is, my brain. So then I was like, right, okay, so let's just test this out and see what happens and see what works. So, you know, I went on there, because I've already had the app, you know, for a few years now, but I went off it for a while because I wanted to focus on YouTube and focus on building a community on here, right? And so I've only recently come back to this other app because of the sense of, you know, trying to get that additional support from what I didn't really feel like I was getting on YouTube, because I felt like I've been getting let down by YouTube because they didn't help us out with certain things. So then I come to the realization that what I had read up on Google wasn't right. It wasn't correct information. And that kind of completely and utterly broke my heart, because I went under the pretense of thinking and feeling, right, so this is going to help me get out the rut that I've been in for a while now, and it's going to settle things with me, it's going to settle things with my brother, it's not going to make things awkward between us. I'm dreading this conversation with him coming up, because I know we're going to end up having it, and I'm scared, basically, because I know it's going to potentially mean that I have to give up everything that I had built in order to, you know, live. Right? Anyway, and then when I found out that on this other app, it's like you have certain views and then you have ineligible views, right? And they pay you pennies for these views, right? For per 1,000 views, it's a few pennies. So what I had thought originally of what I had seen online was that people had said, oh, it's about this much, so if you work it out, it's going to be much more. And I was like, right, well, that would be able to pay my rent. That will be able to help me buy toiletries. That will help me be able to pay off what I need to pay off, right? And to actually help with supporting my brother, because he hasn't had an easy time, because he's been, you know, in a difficult situation himself. And I thought, right, this is going to lift the load. And then when to see that, I broke down completely, and I've been keeping all of this in. And now I've got to a position and place, and I thought, right, okay, well, people on there seem to like the zodiacs and what it is that I'm doing, and I'll kind of replicate it over onto YouTube and see what sort of reception that I get on there in regards to this. So I did of that, and that's why they're cut abruptly, is because of the format that I had been using, right, on TikTok, on this other app, okay? And that's why the videos are cut abruptly, because I thought, well, if I go from this and put it on here, then I can kind of test to see how people, you know, will respond to what it is that I'm doing, right? And I wanted to see what you guys would think, because obviously I've been building a community with you guys for considerably a lot longer time than I had been anywhere else. And that's why there's the abruptness, right? And the quick beginning and a quick ending is because I've been trying to see what have you. Otherwise, if you guys didn't necessarily like the 10-minute readings to do with the zodiac signs that I was putting on YouTube, or if you did, right, then I was thinking, do I just stop doing the zodiac signs on YouTube? And if you guys want to see them and still have the access to the free content on there, then you could go to my TikTok, right, to go and see them, so you're not missing out on that at all, right? So I've had just a lot going on in my mind about how to go about this, and as of late I've been unsure about whether I even continue being on social media at all, whether I continue down this path at all. It's just, I feel like things have just been just a lot, and gosh, yeah, so I don't know where I'm kind of I'm literally trying my best to show up for you guys, and I know that it's not perfect. I know that it's not very much anything. I've been making the changes, and it's been taking a toll on me too. And you know, recently I've also dealt with a lot of comments that have been quite abusive, very negative, and that has also been making a big impact on me as well. So I've been called everything under the sun, but obviously because when I go through the comments, I have to go through, I approve the comments before they're put out. So to obviously protect myself, but protect you guys, to protect the community, because you know, I want you guys to think and feel that it's a safe space when, you know, you're on the channel and everything, and getting to watch the content and getting to socialize with everybody and all of that. And I wanted to protect you guys from the abuse, from the negative energy, from all of that. So I'm sorry that this is coming out all in bits and what have you, but I basically have been feeling this sense of pressure to explain myself, and it's difficult because I'm quite a private, reserved person anyway, and that's even when things are going okay in my life. But when the things are not going so well in my life, that's even more that I want to kind of isolate and not do of anything and keep myself to myself. But for some reason I felt called that I needed to clear a few things up with you guys, and to let you guys know that I'm still dealing with a very tough situation, and I'm doing my best. And jeez, sorry. Anyway, I'm just realizing there's loads of comments, and I'm sorry that if I haven't basically the reason I wanted to come on here was to talk to you all, just to have an honest, open chat, and for you guys to know that even though you see me on the platform, you see me with the videos, you see me the way that I am, okay, I try to put my best foot forward all the time, and I try to come across as professional, and I want you to go, you know, I want to showcase to you that I'm still showing up, right? Regardless of what it is that I'm personally dealing with or what my life looks like, because it's been a hot mess, to be honest with you. But I wanted you guys to know that regardless of whatever you think and feel that you're dealing with, if you're dealing with a difficult time right now, trust me, I know and understand, because I'm also dealing with a lot right now. But it's those who continue to show up and, you know, that aren't giving up even when you feel like you're wanting to give up, okay? And I just wanted you guys to know where I'm currently at. And I just have not had the energy. I've not had the energy to be able to continue on in a particular way. Like, I'm a one-woman show, right? I don't have a team of people that I work with. I don't have somebody else doing the editing. I don't have somebody else doing all the admin and the uploading and the processing and creating of the thumbnails and all of the, it's just me. And it has been for 4.5 years, right? Just me doing of everything. And it's exhausting. And that's the other thing with being on YouTube, is that it's constant, right? It's not that you just do like a 9 to 5 and then you can come home from work and completely switch off and then you're completely disconnected. It's like a 24/7 thing. Like, I'm always thinking of new ideas. I'm always trying to come up with certain projects. I'm always trying to improve certain things or fix whatever isn't working, or try to come up with new ways to bring out the content. And it's just continuous all the time. I mean, and there is such thing as YouTube burnout. And if any of you guys have YouTube channels and you're trying to build and create something on there, it takes everything from you, right? Social life, you don't have one. Personal life, you don't have one, right? And I've always known that I've had to be self-employed, because with issues that I've had being employed at other places, so I knew that I had to be self-employed. And the idea of actually going back to be employed somewhere completely and utterly scares me, because I haven't actually been employed somewhere since 2019, I believe, was my last job. The rest of the time since there, I have been all in. Obviously it was literally I think about October, November time was when I last left my last employed job. And then obviously COVID hit in March 2020. So pretty much from then on, I've been self-employed. I've been doing this full time. And obviously I don't want to, give up on this channel and give up on what I've built, because it's taken everything out of me to do this. But it's not been sustainable for me in order to live, right? It's not actually been helping me to be able to live. So I don't know what I'm going to do, basically. And I just wanted you guys to know that where I'm roughly at. It was either zodiac signs or no zodiac signs, like as in cutting down the time, or it was I get a part-time job and I cut my hours even more than I'm on YouTube, right? Or I give up YouTube completely, give up on my business and go and find, full-time work somewhere. Because the thing is, obviously, I got to figure out what I'm going to be doing next. Because I have a deadline of when I'm, trying to figure out where I'm going to live. And at this moment in time, I have no idea. I have no idea where I'm going to live. I haven't got the resources or what have you in order to put anything anywhere, in order for me to move. I mean, with what happened with me a few months ago, basically I was... the reason I'm here is because basically I was kicked out, right, by my mother. Because my other brother and my mother had started an argument, and basically there were a lot of issues, and it came out of nowhere. and then they kind of ganged up on me. And then my mum basically said, you to leave. So I was like, right. I mean, this wasn't the first time that I had been, you know, threatened to leave. There's been a few times that that's happened, but obviously with what have you. And so they didn't think that I was actually going to do it. They didn't think that I was gonna go. So it was 11 o'clock at night, and I packed whatever I could in carrier bags and like a pack horse, right, like a donkey. I walked out of that house, and I walked out in the middle of the night with whatever I could carry, with whatever I had. And I had already given most of my money to you know, my mother, to be able to pay for what I was needing to pay for, my rent, my bills, etc. And I didn't have very much left over at all. And so then I wasn't sure what to do. I was like, well, because the situation that had unfolded back there, when obviously there's so much that happened, went belly up. And I thought, well, I either go to the police station or I find a shelter. Go and find a shelter for the night, because I didn't have enough to be able to pay for a hotel. So I was on my way and I was heading to the local park. It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, what have you. And I had messaged my brother, my older brother, the one that I'm staying with. And he just said to me, he couldn't believe that what had happened, because I'm basically giving you the very, very bare bones of the situation. And I had walked for about 3 miles or so, 4 miles, to get away from the house. And then my brother said, right, I'm going to come and pick you up and you're going to come and stay with me. And so he drove about over an hour or so to come and pick me up. And he said, you're staying with me. So I stayed with him. So at the middle of the night, I'm there at this petrol station on my own with a few bags, with not very much. Don't know where I was I didn't know where I was going to go. The police station was on the other side of town. And I was like, well, I don't know the first thing. I don't know where the closest homeless shelter is. I don't know where. I mean, I don't have a car because I don't drive, so it's not like I could sleep in my car. And I was at the park, and the park's pretty dangerous at night. So I was like, I didn't know what to do. And my brother was like, you can't be on your own in the streets with your stuff, with hardly anything on you. And I'm coming to pick you up and you're going to stay with me. And so he did. And we thought it was just for the weekend. And then it turns out to be longer. And now I'm here until he gets to be in a position and place where he's actually moving out and going across the country to be living somewhere else with a friend of his. And so basically, I mean, the stability that I had with everything just shifted in the matter of even half an hour. That half an hour later, I've got all my bags packed. I've got, you know, 40 quid in my name, and that's it. And nowhere to go in the middle of the night. No savings, no nothing. And it wasn't guaranteed my brother was going to come and pick me up. I had no clue he was going to come pick me up to make sure that I was safe. It was very scary. And I thought to myself, I don't know what I'm going to do. So with doing it, with everything that I've been through recently, I mean, me and my mother have a very complicated relationship anyway. There's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to unpack there. But basically, I just and then trying to continue on with the channel the way that I have has been just a lot with dealing with that on top. And because this was, you know, and obviously what's also happened is that I had gone back with my brother to my mum's place to talk with her, and she wasn't very kind, and she was pretty blunt. She has a pretty sharp tongue on her, with how she can be, and basically she had basically said that to my brother, look, Olivia's not going to be back here because I'm going to be applying for this, that and the third. But she didn't have a conversation with me about it. So she was just kind of like to my brother, well, she's kind of lumped with you now. And now I feel like I'm a burden on him. And with everything else going on, it's just been a lot. Sorry guys, I just didn't realise all the comments that were coming through. I've just been, oh gosh. Oh gosh, guys. Honestly, thank you for being here and thank you for your comments. I just didn't want to I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect person. And I'm still dealing with things. I just want you guys to know that when I show up, I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can because I want to be the best that I can for you guys as well. And I'm kind of going through this whole thing right now where I'm not sure where I'm gonna live. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. I have no idea because this is what I've done and I have known for the past, 5 years or so, 5-6 years, is, having my spiritual awakening and going through all of that and doing all the healing work, and then, getting into tarot and then building of the channel and then being where I am now. And it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And I just know that I don't want to necessarily give up on YouTube, and I don't want to give up on doing readings. I just feel like I'm going through my own personal kind of metamorphosis right now, probably the same as you guys as well, because I don't feel like I'm quite where I'm supposed to be as of yet. And I know that there is something else that I'm to be doing or whatever it is, but at this moment right now, I don't have that much clarity. It's difficult because when I do readings, when I'm able to do readings for you guys, it's like the messages come through so clear, so concise, and it's like very easy and natural for me to be able to do the readings for you guys. But I don't know if any of you have experienced this, especially if you are a tarot reader yourself, right? That you have difficulty, or if you do read cards for yourself, that it can actually be very difficult to read for yourself. Whereas at one point in the beginning, it was easy for me to do readings for myself, and then it just got more progressively difficult. And now I just feel like I've been in this position where I don't know what to do, what to do next, or what I'm meant to be doing next, or where I'm meant to be going next. It feels like I'm just very much out of my depth and out of my control right now. Everything just feels like it is just falling apart, basically. Basically, everything just feels like it's falling apart. Complete chaos. And it even feels like the sense of part of the identity that I have now created for myself, or getting more, it's like that seems to be tearing away as well. And it's like now I'm kind of questioning, like, who am I? What am I meant to be doing? What is my next step? Where am I going to be living? What is my path? Like, how I just feel like I have so many questions and so many more questions. And I don't know if you guys have been in that position and place where it's like you seem to feel like you're relatively set on a particular path and you feel like, well, this is going to be it. And then it's literally like hitting a brick wall, hitting a dead end. And you're like, but I thought this was it. I thought this was the path that I was meant to go down. I thought this was what I was meant to be doing. And it just feels very uncomfortable. So I don't know if any of you guys have felt like that. But it's like, I just feel like I'm in this stage of like questioning everything right now. I'm sorry that I've literally just sat here and word vomited at you guys for the past hour. But I just want you all to know that all that I do on the channel, it comes from a pure place, okay? It comes from my heart, it comes from my soul, and I only have the best of intentions for you guys. And I'm far from perfect, and I'm still learning. I mean, yes, I may be somebody that does teach, you know, certain things, and I give of guidance, I give advice, and I do all of that, right? But I am still learning myself. There's a lot that I'm still, you know, trying to process and go through and learn as well. And yeah, we all have to go through and, you know, take those leaps of faith. And, you know, there is the possibility of making mistakes, supposed mistakes or failures or whatever you want to call it, in order to be rerouted onto the right path. And I know that I am getting rerouted, but it's just very, very scary. It's scary because I really genuinely don't know what the next thing is for me, or what I'm to be doing next. And I just feel like this eclipse energy has been playing with me so much. And it's been very, very heavy, and I feel energies very deeply. And it's difficult when there aren't that many people like who are in your physical life, right, that understand and know of that, and they don't. And that's difficult. That's a real challenge. Anyway, gosh, guys, I'm so sorry just for kind of wow. Sorry, I just read the comments. Don't worry. Oh wow, thank you, Simply Life, for your comment about the energetic offer. Yes, I would love to take you up on that. Absolutely. So thank you. That means a great deal. Gosh. Anyway, but I just want you guys to know that, you know, spiritual warfare and what have you is very, very real. It's very real. Because the energies have been very, very overwhelming for me. And obviously, you know, when I go and do my readings, it's not like first try that everything is what have you, because it, you know, anyway, sorry, I'm gonna read the comments. Oh, guys, sorry. I mean, I know you guys have said about personal readings, and do you know, I feel like I'm gonna have to, I've never done personal readings properly. Well, I've done personal readings kind of many years ago when I was doing lives before. You know, people would have the odd question and I would do that, and I got some really good feedback from those people that had, you know, got their question answered in regards to the readings and what have you. And for a while now I've been saying, you know, I will eventually do personal readings, but I just don't have a website. And it's like, well, do I really need to have a website? So, but obviously I've just been trying to balance doing YouTube, because it takes so much out of my time and what have you. And it's like, I didn't want to feel like you guys had been abandoned or neglected because I wasn't going to be on YouTube as much. But now if I'm going to have to be getting a part-time or full-time job, whereas I'm on YouTube less, or I'm on not YouTube at all, I feel like I'm getting to the point where if I do personal readings, it may just not be as professional and what have you, because the fact that I haven't got a website. But I mean, maybe I could try and do it through YouTube. I don't know, my head's spinning and I can't function right now. Sorry, runny nose. Gosh, so gross, I'm sorry. Tarot readers having trouble with their YouTube channels. Yeah, well, that's true. It's true. I mean, I feel like the algorithm or something has switched up. Like, it's literally you're putting yourself out there and you feel like you're being completely and utterly, you know. Also, the other thing with YouTube, guys, it does not matter if you are somebody that's starting out on YouTube and, for instance, you see a channel like mine and you see that I have, you know, 75,000 followers or subscribers or whatever it is, and that's taken a long time to get to that position and place. But there's no guarantee that every single person that is subscribed to your channel will be watching your content or all of your content, or they'll be there consistently. Like, and it doesn't make a difference. So if anybody that is doing a YouTube channel or has a YouTube channel as of right now or what have you, and you kind of look at me and my channel and think that, oh, well, then I must be raking it on in because of the fact that I have these, you know, amount of subscribers. That's not true. It's not true, and that's not the truth at all. So, you know, it's just natural though, because obviously people still want to have that sense of connection to you and they don't want to forget about you, so they subscribe to your channel. But then it's a sense of like not being there all the time to watch what it is that you're putting out there. I mean, I do the same thing, right? I mean, I'm subscribed to many people that I love watching, that I enjoy their content, but it's the sense of like, I'm not able to be on every single person's, you know, content all the time to watch whatever it is that they're doing. And obviously it means you end up taking a step back. And so it's not guaranteed that you have of all of that. So when it comes to YouTube, don't just necessarily think that it equates to, oh, well, I have more subscribers or what have you, that is guaranteed that you are going to have the watch time or you're going to have that sense of consistency and what have you, because that's not true at all. Okay, so actually in matter of fact, just kind of forget about those types of numbers, right? Just forget about it and, you know, continue on with what you're doing because you love it and you enjoy it and it brings you, you know, what it is, that sense of joy, right? So don't do it for that particular reason. You know, when I started this, it was never about the money. It was all about me pushing myself out of my comfort zone and doing things that I had never done before, because I was painfully shy, a painfully shy person. And I would have never, ever in my wildest dreams, I mean, if my that kind of inner child, my younger self, would see me now doing what it is that I have done, and they would never believe what it is that I have done and what I have overcome to get to be in this position and place, right? So speaking on a public platform, have built a community, doing things where I'm actually on camera. I used to be completely, utterly petrified on camera, right? I actually failed an exam in school as part of my A-levels, I believe that it was, because there was a part in the exam that I had to speak on camera and have the camera facing me, and I was meant to be I was predicted an A or an A plus for my A level or whatever it was at the time. Like, my teacher had said to me, this is your best subject, you know so much, you are this, that and the third. And it's like, I could communicate with them and be able to give all the answers, but as soon as a camera was whacked into my face, basically, and I had to talk about it or express it or say everything that I had just said, but just on a camera so that they had a recording of everything I said, I failed. I failed that. I cried, I panicked, and I failed that assessment. And then I didn't get the grades for that particular subject. And then that kind of completely changed the course of my life about, you know, which university I was going to go into and everything else. So the fact that I'm actually on here doing this now, after all those years, it just kind of is crazy. Because you guys don't know this about me, but I had I couldn't speak. I couldn't speak until I was over 5 years old, right? I couldn't speak. I had to have speech therapy, and I was learning Makaton, which was some sort of oh gosh, if I can't, it's sort of like using images and pictures to be able to help you with associating different actions and things. I had speech therapy. I had you know, special needs, what have you. So, and I couldn't speak until I was about between the ages of 5.5 and 6. I think it was about 5.5, nearly 6 years old that I couldn't. That's when I learned to actually talk. So the fact that I actually speak on camera, in front of camera and on a camera, using my voice, has just, it's a complete full circle moment. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I just said of all of that. Anyway, I'm just seeing a load more comments come up. But yes, lots of people are struggling with the spiritual warfare right now with the channels, okay? And to be honest, I actually feel like this platform is in itself like declining as well, and other platforms are on the rise, and this one is kind of diminishing. Because I've had many emails inviting me to use other platforms or to try new ones. I got something about Lemon 8. I don't know what that is. I don't know if anybody else has heard of it, but I keep on getting emails about that. I don't even know if it's a real thing, to be honest with you, if you guys know of it, what have you. But anyway, guys, sorry, I'm just realised I'm just chatting crap now. I wish we were. Yeah. John, you have permission to send thoughts and ideas. Yes, of course, guys. If you guys do have thoughts or feelings, etc., then yes, please email me. I believe my email is in every single video that I have done. It's for business inquiries, but if you guys just want to email me, then just go for it and email me. mywaytarot444@gmail.com. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realise Reader 2, I'm not sure what readers charge. No, I don't have Venmo, and I don't have Cash App, guys. I only have PayPal. I mean, I don't believe Cash App even works for people in the UK, so that doesn't work. Venmo, I don't have that. Just PayPal, and that's it. And obviously there's like super thanks on here, but that's it basically. It's just what have you. So guys, just thank you for your lovely comments. I really appreciate it. It's just been lovely to get your comments, guys, to get your feedback. But no, as of late, I mean, I think last night or the night before, I had some very nasty things been said to me, which was very, very hurtful. But obviously you guys didn't see it because I approved the comments. But if there is abuse directed at me or directed at anybody else in the collective, obviously I make sure that you guys don't see that. But some very hurtful things were said, and I wouldn't even wish anything like that to be said on my own worst enemy, right? It was that cruel and quite frankly disgusting. And that was very, very sad. When people put out bad comments, it says everything about them and not you. Those who put out abuse aren't worth the energy. I know that's easier said than done. Yeah, no. It's very, yeah. I know it is. I know it is. But it's just very, very sad because at the end of the day, people just, you know, the internet can be a very difficult place to be, right? People are keyboard warriors, right? And they say all sorts of things and they have that anonymity of, I can't even say the word. And they just feel like they can just say or do whatever they like as if it's not going to have any consequences on anyone or hurt of anyone. But obviously it does. It makes a big impact, actually. And it's just really cruel. Right. Did obviously somebody had said something not very nice, so thank you to whoever had deleted the messages. Thank you, guys. Obviously I've only got a few moderators, and I'm gonna have, if you guys want to be a moderator, by the way, in the future, just send me an email and say that you'd like to be a moderator, or put it in the comments section in one of my videos, and then I'll absolutely consider you guys to be moderators, because I mean, I know that I have a few on here that have shown up and have done, you know, have helped with the chat. So I really do appreciate that very much, because obviously I haven't had a chance to get across and go through what has been said, and obviously not nice things have been said. So thank you to those who are moderating. Yeah, well, thank you guys. Whoever this person is, I'm just looking at the chat now, and there's obviously been someone who has said something nasty. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Erica. I know you're one of my moderators. Thank you, my lovely, for dealing with that issue and for blocking them or getting them to leave, because I don't I don't have time for that. It's not fair for you guys. It's not fair for me either. I'm just out here trying to do my best. Okay. Honestly, guys, thank you so much. Now, I just want to, what would you guys prefer? Okay, I'm gonna ask you. I know that some of you actually really enjoy the 10-minute readings, right? The zodiac sign readings. Now, I actually wanted to try and make them so that they'd be more regular. And so that's why they're shorter as well. So I'm able to actually do different content. So either the option is that I don't do zodiac sign readings at all anymore, that I stop them completely on YouTube, and I just do collectives and experiment with picker cards and lives and do maybe some other things in regards to this, or I carry on with the zodiac signs and they're the 10-minute readings and carry on as I am now with what I've done. Or if you don't want the zodiac sign readings, or if you do want the zodiac sign readings, then I'll have them available on TikTok, and guys can go over there and you can get that content there if you're not really liking the format the way that it is on YouTube. So yeah, I'm open to suggestions, but I can't go back to doing 30-40 minute readings for every single individual sign every week. I just can't do it. My body, everything can't do it. You know, so it's definitely, that's an end of an era for me, because otherwise I'm not being true to myself. If I'm going to continue on with that in a way that is diminishing me and my energy, and then I'm not really of much use or help to you guys as well. And I have other things to think about. I have to keep a roof over my head and everything else. So yeah, I would love your feedback. So email me, guys. My email is available, or write in the comments section. Just whichever way you want to get in contact with me. You have ideas, what have you. I am very much open to them. So thank you. Right, I am. Just through the comments again. More clarity will come. Yeah, I hope so, Sarah. I really, really do. It's interesting, like I said before, it's like I'm able to help and give clarity and advice and assistance and guidance, and that just, that channels through me like effortlessly. But then when it comes to me and myself, it's like I feel like I'm being completely and utterly blindfolded right now, and it's just been a lot. John, I know a lot of readers who say it's difficult to read for themselves. Yeah, it's true. It is. It is true. The old falls apart so the new can come together. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. It sounds like you're going through your own personal tower moment, but just remember, change isn't bad. Yeah, no, I know, I get that. I know that. I know I'm going through my own tower moment, for sure. But it's felt like it's not just been recently, it's felt like it's been ongoing for a long, long time now. It's just a lot. Thank you so much. Is it Leia? Thank you so much for the donation. I am so greatly appreciative of you. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Oh, I'm just missing comments. Wow. Gosh, I'm so sorry that I haven't been up to date with these. Yeah, so many people do troll the internet, and they're very cruel, but hurt people, I know that. I know that, guys, I know that. And it's just difficult because obviously, it is. Honestly, thank you guys so much for your your comments. Sorry, I'm so sorry that I haven't been Mitra Bell, I hope I said that right. You like to see your sign versus other signs, like short messages. Interesting. It's not something I considered doing before, but I'm open to ideas. So if you guys want to email me, then go for it, or put comments in the other video or this one. I don't mind, but I will have to go very soon because my brother's going to be back from work and I still have to sort out a few things. But I just felt it very heavy on my heart today to come on and speak to you guys and just let you all know like what the actual F is going on with me. Because obviously it's just been too much to say to just reply to the odd small comment like on a video, and I just felt like I needed to get all of this off my chest to actually say to you, look guys, like however you may perceived like my life to be in a certain way, it's not that, it's far from that. I have been, you know, struggling with a lot of things. I've been struggling with a lot of things. But I've already said all that already. So just know. That you guys, if you're dealing with especially like mental health wise, if you guys are dealing with a few things and you have had thoughts and feelings that you either haven't had ever or in a very long time that are very overwhelming, just please take the time for yourself. And I've also had to try and incorporate more time for myself, but I end up feeling guilty for doing that, and I shouldn't do, but I do. So but I understand you guys, okay, if you've been in that position, right? Yeah, guys, thank you so much for your feedback. I mean, I have done element signs in the past. I did do elemental readings. I have done that before. It was quite a few years ago. I don't believe I have those thumbnails anymore, so I'd have to recreate a load of thumbnails for those, but I don't. But yeah, guys, if you can send me ideas if you want, or what it is that you'd like to see, because I'm just getting to a position and point where I feel like obviously I don't want to pack it all in and throw in the towel, but I'm kind of teetering on that edge of not really knowing what to do, because obviously I want to be there to support you guys. Honestly, thank you guys so much. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, well, yes, John, yeah, you're probably right. You're right, because there has been, oh, hi, Tebow. Yeah, it's just difficult. Some asking me how I am, and it's like I just don't want to. I don't want to reply, or say of anything, or give anything away because I haven't been okay. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I've got a lot to sort out here. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day thank you for listening. Thank you for listening and being there for me as I'm here for you. And I just wanted to clear a few things up with you all as well. So I hope that that answers a few things of what has been going on and why there have been the changes that there have been. And it's not that I'm forgetting about you guys or neglecting you, because I love you all very much and I care about you all a very, very great deal. And I wouldn't be where I'm at without you all. So thank you. Thank you very much. But again, thank you so much for being here. Sending love and light your way. Please take care. And again, thank you. And I will see you and speak to you soon. Bye guys, thank you.